What's up? What's up, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch? I know I've been kind of missing in action lately. Part of it is just dealing with some life issues. And yeah, let's go ahead and transition this. So a lot of it's just been dealing with some life issues. Let me see if that music is loud enough. But I've also been working on something for a friend of mine, and just actually doing some final touches. I have a lot of final touches to do, but it's some final touches. As you can see, it's actually more of a commission than anything. I've been actually working with these markers, these artist loft markers. I also had a what do you call it? And just guys, let me know if the music is too loud. But I also had a art show that I did. So yeah, I've been doing that. So and if you guys watch me on my gaming and you haven't seen me do any of this stuff, it's just how I mostly I mostly do art. And yeah, let's go. If perchance you guys are watching this and like you can't hear me that well, I'm gonna be trying to watch the chat, and I'm gonna be trying to watch and I'm gonna be trying to actually concentrate. Yeah, that's what it is. See, I can't do that right now. And I actually just did some gaming, doing some gaming. So if you guys have any questions about what I'm doing, the style, hit me up. I just want to work on this. Just checking some messages right now. Yeah, no. So I'm gonna actually be streaming later on today, but as you can see, now if I was to actually show you some of my other drawings, other than this, you guys will actually see what's going on. Like I would say, shit. So I'm actually just been working on different blending techniques, different color techniques, and just fully exploring what I can do with a marker. Now, there are some other things that I want to add to this. If you actually take a look at the picture, you can actually see that it's cool, but I get some critique from the person who's paying for it, because this is commission work that they wanted more blue in it. They actually wanted the reverse of what the wings are versus the actual dress of the wings. They wanted those colors reversed. I was able to speak with them. I promised them a little bit better of a switch in it to make sure that they would actually get more of a color scheme. But that doesn't mean that I'm getting rid of this. That just means that I'm gonna actually try to stretch it and do a little bit more with the colors to kind of step it out, and that's gonna start with this. Now, this is a light pad. I used to feel, what is that word? Apprehensive, embarrassed, reserved about using this or show that I use it. But it's actually helped me a lot in my art, and it's helped me do a lot more with the art that I'm doing. So let's see. And it's actually pretty cool because now I'm doing this And the fun fucking part about it is no lag, and I'm not playing video game. So, one of the things that I've always done, that I kind of start changing my setup to do, is I have different backgrounds, different things I've worked on, corrections. Okay. Because I know one of these is a topless photo. And so, yeah. So what I do is just like I work digitally, and with me working, I work analog, not digital. With me working so analog, I actually have taken the time, and these are all things that I've done in my picture one way or another. God damn, I actually have a lot of shit just going through. And you can actually see some of these in my work when I went back and did them. I'm looking for something specific. Yeah, coming up on that work. I actually really like this art when it's really colored. It's actually one of the things that I really, really enjoy. But I'm looking for something particular. So I originally did this, I couldn't find it. I originally did this, I couldn't find it, so I just went back and redid the whole thing. No, that's what it was. This was before I was making the different copies of shit. Before I was doing things a little bit differently. But, god damn, I have a lot of shit, a lot of notes. I bought the folder to be a little bit more organized, but I'm far from it, right? I mean, I think this music is... let me get the music down just a little bit. Alright, so it will never out-peak me. Some of these things I've redone, some of these things I've had to keep. God, I have a lot of stuff. Sometimes I actually even had to, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Sometimes I've even had to just, different. A lot of things are different. Let me just put all the rest of this up. I'm gonna actually do this. And it's actually going to be pretty easy because I have my trace pad. And let's just put a light in there. Put the plug in there for the light. So what I'm going to do is have this flower somewhere in the corner, somewhere in the background. Just line it up and have my outlines right here and probably flip it for these flowers back here to try to like add something more to it. And with having this, it adds more of a blue on the background and it raises the look of the way the look of the blue would be. So let me actually get my pen out, my pencil out, and actually start running with it. So give me a second, guys. So, what I'm actually going to do is just lightly trace it to the point where I have, because I just need the outline. From there, I'm going to color it and do the line. Sorry guys, a lot of this, just the intensity of some of this is very, very tricky. And if you follow me, you watch me play video games and talk about political things, what I ask you guys to do, if you stream games, I like to see people's artistic side. Now, I've seen people who had some great artwork. One of my former supervisors actually had some awesome artwork. And it was from back in the 70s. He saw me doing art at work one day and he was like, oh, I got something. And I mean like awesome, like classic covers. And it was just like, well, I didn't really think I can do anything I can copy what somebody else has. And I'm like, shit, that's the start. That's how you start. Copying how somebody else does work is a great way to start. Shit, that's how I started with my Dragon Ball. By the way, guys, I know next week I'm not going to be as active as I want to be next weekend because I'm going to have a DuPage County art show. From MightyCon. Hopefully I can actually get some hopefully I can actually make some revenue. Damn, that's business speak. Hopefully I can make some money selling my art because shit, I need to make some money selling my art. Gotta be very careful. Alright, cool. So we take this and take that out. Now, I'm actually finished with this for right now as far as the flower goes. I'm gonna actually put that back up. Now, the concern was wanting more glue. So, what I'm gonna actually do is this. Why do I still have this up? First off, let me get one thing out the way. We're working with a few different markers, so So what I've been doing is just working on my blending. So a lot of it is trying to get while the marker is wet. And what I've done recently also is switch from multimedia paper to Bristol because it doesn't bleed in as much, and it also doesn't eat up my markers as much. So these markers don't blend as well as I like them to, but that's okay. That's okay because I do have a different, maybe because these are going out, but I do have different markers that I'm gonna actually be using. So, at least not in that scale, and also it doesn't give me the shininess, the kind of shininess that I kind of want. So, I gotta do this. There we go. So while that color is still kind of wet, I've been watching tutorial videos and I've learned that you can actually do this shit and it's a disposal smear. So, all right, so turn this just a little bit. I really started working on this hard like last weekend. Kind of redid some things based on the requests and kind of picked it back up last weekend, trying to revamp some ideas, looking for things, and I went in, how do I put it? Tuesday I really started hard on this. So let's see. All right, so So it does do some of the same, these markers kind of do some of the same things that my other markers would do. It's just like, I like the other ones to blend more because I have more control. Because look, I have this problem that I just messed up. Because these are brush tip markers versus hard tip markers. So, and I've learned something. I've learned you can do shit like this. There he goes. I just have to let that dry, and I can actually work on the rest of it. So that white is gone, or that yellow is gone. Now, this is kind of a weird thing. So this is actually kind of a green, but it's also kind of a blue. And that's how I got some of the colors in the wings like this. But because in the right tint, this can actually look more green than blue. I'm actually going to go with this marker. And I'm going to do it just right down this spine. And since I see that's made a problem, I'm actually going to get this. This is my kneaded eraser. And I'm actually just going to take it, knead it out, and just go over some of the lines. It should pick up the graphite. The only graphite is not going to pick up the ones that's already been marked over. But it's good. It's cool. And since I'm trying to get these blended in as quickly as possible, here it goes. So get that radiated color. I'm actually gonna work on front flower, back flower, work on the front flowers, then go to the back flowers. Let me start off with this end first. So get that more gradation of color. Come back with this. Wrong end, shit. Kind of soften that up just a little bit. I was talking with somebody at the Meet the Artist at my local thing last night, and I was talking about how I just hate watercolors, and here I am doing something that's akin to doing watercolors. So, yeah, that's a thing. So, and let's work on this other petal, this final petal. So, alright, so let's go. And so I'm still learning how to do this with the markers, guys. Still learning. And I can barely see that pencil line, which is actually pretty good because what I'm gonna actually also do is go over with like just a blue marker. Let's test out the blue fine line. Oh, cool. With that blue fine liner, it actually would show one of those things where the line does stick out. There we go. And I think for one of these darker, let me get this line too. Sorry. Now this is a little bit of a darker blue line. You see it actually, it's a lot of blue in a very small area. But I want those petals of that lily to stick out. I just go for the final one. And if you actually watch any of my drawing before, you would know that, so around here, it's yellow. But what I'm going to do actually to make it stand out, see, I have way too many markers. Okay, so now as you can see, I pretty much have, oh shit, let's see, I'm gonna not use this one per se, well maybe I will, but I want to add quite a bit darker color. So, in a small space, and this is going to be fucking tricky, I'm going to try to do 3 gradations of color. The problem is, that's extremely dark. Extremely dark. This is not as dark, but it is a darker color. And this, of course, is the lightest color. So, I'm going to try to go from this to this to this. And how I'm going to do that is, I'm going to try to do that in this space right here. The width of that, I'm going to try to do that in multiple spaces. Now, Also have to do it here and some way around there. I think just gonna just put that as a dark color and call it a day. That's just me. So, how are we gonna start this off? That's simple. Let's start off with this. Start off with this. Hope this turns out well. Trust me. And then finally we're going to try this darker color. Which almost looks black compared to the rest of them. Because it's freaking midnight. Alright, great. So, while the colors are still wet, now, I have been working with like a gray color to try to get like a light gray color to kind of blend it better. But I think that actually blends pretty well. Shit. Let me clean my marker tip. Good job. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that blue pen back. And so almost messed up just a little bit right there. And voila. Let me see something. Let's see if we can actually get that moving a little bit better. That color moving just a little bit better. Yeah, well, damn, that looks actually pretty awesome. Let me see. One other thing. Let's kind of make sure we can kind of get that. Alright. And it was funny because I was watching this shit where I was just watching a guy do a color test theory, not a color test theory, a color thing, and I was like, wow, that looks awesome. All right, and so we're gonna actually do a quick switch over with this one. All right, so we got two more pedals down, and shit. Sorry for my language, guys. It's just art is frustrating for me sometimes. So let's start off like this. All right, so. Alright, we get that last piece. Alright, so let's actually go ahead and see if we can do this one just as well. Kind of soften that one up right here. Alright, so let's go ahead and add that line in. I know this is gonna smear, but because this is actually a water-based fine liners, and they smear. If you saw my Karama picture, you'll know these water-based markers actually, like, they smear. So if I take this and go down that line, that actually smears it a little bit, which I don't really want to do. But I do want to actually get that line kind of take that and go over. And for this one, I'm gonna be really careful because I've already done the hair right here, so gotta be super careful. Now, because it's actually in the background, I can probably get away with not shading it as good as the other ones, but I have to be freaking careful. So, let me actually just trace the outline first. Because that's a gray in there, I don't want to fuck that up because the gray would actually make it a whole lot more difficult. Okay, cool. I touched it, but it didn't cause any fucking problems. Great. Just do the color off that line. can actually just add some darker color right here. I'm gonna soften it up. Same right here. Very careful in there. All right, so all right, let me check the chat. I'm sorry if I'm not checking it as much. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can turn my mic down. You actually have to press it hard in order to let me see that. There we go. Let me turn my music down. You actually have to press hard in order to get the colors to saturate. I'm sorry, man. But yeah, I was doing this between working on calls at my job. And let me just show you the progression of how I came to this. All right, so these are, and so this is commission. I charge a certain rate for my commission, but out of all the commission stuff that I do, originally it was this one. I got some feedback. They wanted to change the way the hands were and just the style of the wings. And now I've changed it to this. So this is where I'm at right now. Now I'm gonna actually send it off to my friend and make sure that she actually enjoys it. I'm trying to get it out today. Let me check the post office. Well, I'm actually, this is just like a quick little rundown of me working with the flowers. I'm about to actually get off and do some gaming a little bit later on, but I wanted to actually just get on, work with like doing the colors. Surprisingly, this one flower alone has taken almost an hour. This has taken almost an hour. So if that, wow, that is definitely, this is, and I even have something a little bit further back than this, but I'm going to actually I'm going to actually send this out, and I am available to do commissions. Send this out to my friend and make sure that it is all set. One other thing that I've done is I did take the picture and put it in the clip art form. Because this is going to be for a logo. But I did put it in the clip art form and then actually do it on the background. So this is a little quick video. I'm definitely going to change the thumbnail to just this alone here because I think I actually did good work. I would show some of the other pictures that I've done. Actually, let me see if I find it. Let me pull up the image. Sorry guys, give me a second. Let's pull it up and so the original image that I did for Let's look for. I'm looking in archives. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pull this up. Do I have it? Do I really have it? Let me see. Wow, I may not have it. Ah, here it is. And might actually bring it to the main window. Now, this is something I did probably a few years back. This is how it's coming out now. I think I did some improvements, not just basic, not just baseline, but I think I did some improvements. And this is my own original created character. So, I tell you guys, I want to say thank you for watching and thank everybody. And you'll see me back on later, probably about 7 tonight, where I'm going to actually stream it and finishing Enron, the smartest guys in the room. Shit, probably 6. Probably 6 because I'm halfway through, and the last time it took me like 3 hours. So I want to thank everybody who's watched, and please enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.